Hi everybody! So today I'm going to be talking about the reason why you should have an e-portfolio. So an e-portfolio is pretty much a website that has all of your resume, your samples of work, and have your cover letter, pretty much everything on there so a potential employer can come and look and see exactly what skills you have, just more about you and your work before hiring you. I know that the younger generation, the newer generation of interpreters are pretty much, from what I know, all learning how to do this in their interpreting programs. So it's going to be very common for new or younger interpreters, less experienced I should say, to have e-portfolios, and now more experienced interpreters, my level and above, more experienced, more seasoned, they have e-portfolios now too, or are working towards getting them. So it's becoming pretty standard, or it will become pretty standard soon. So I wanted to talk about kind of what mine looks like, which isn't the only format that you can do, but kind of what I have and some ideas for you guys if you want to set up an e-portfolio. So I just bought the domain name of jillstewardson.com, which is just my first and last name. If you can get your domain name like this, that's usually the best, because then someone can just look you up right by your name. If your name is taken because it's common, or maybe you're using it for some other reason, you can always just get like your last name, like Stewardson, interpreter Stewardson, interpreting, something like that, but something very professional, or you can just pick a different name for a domain. So I went ahead and I bought the domain of my name, and then I chose Wix, Wix.com as the website to help set up the template for my website, for my e-portfolio. So I kept it really simple. As you can see, I just have, a simple little logo here. It's not my logo, it's just an image. And then my name, I have my menu, and then I just have images of myself in some of my videos. And here in the yellow, it just says all images from self-film public online material, no breach of confidentiality. I want potential employers to know that I'm not putting work online that breaches confidentiality of, in-class work, things that I'm doing now that I've not gotten permission. So all of these are from YouTube videos, and then I just use a green screen, which I can make another video if you guys are interested about that. So then after that, I have just a very, very brief introduction, who I am, how long I've been working, and the areas that I have worked in or am working in now. So that just kind of gives a really brief overview of who I am. The next thing that I have is my resume. So we click on my resume. Literally, it's just my resume. I have my professional purpose, which you can or you don't have to put on. I know resumes are changing now, and a lot of times people don't put on a professional purpose, but I just have one on there. These are my skills. If you have any certifications like deafblind certification, legal, anything like that, I would put that on there as well. So this is just your standard ASL, C, PSE, spoken English, and then again, some of the just general areas that I worked in. And then this is my work experience. So as you can see, I just have all my jobs and my education. So on the jobs here, as you can see, I go back till 2006, because I have been working in the field for a little bit of time now. And I try to, because I have the experience, only put in jobs that are, I guess you'd call it deaf related. So anything like working at a deaf school, so learning sign language, working at a VRS company as a customer service representative and as an interpreter, and then just different agencies that I've worked at in the area that I live. So I would try, if you can, if you have some experience, to put as much relevant work experience that you can that relates to interpreting. If you don't have as much, then you can put in other jobs on there just to establish that you do have a work history. And then, like I said, at the bottom, I have my education. So that, again, right down here is just saying where I got my associates and my 2 bachelors from. And then below that, I just have here my references. So I just have 3 references on there, my current boss, and then some other people. So technically you can look at it if you want, because it's on there. And then I have 2 different things here. Now, this one I'll show you first, DAS, where I currently work, is protected. So if I click on it, it'll say guest area, and then it has a password. So you have to type in a password here to get into the area. And the reason for that is because this shows current pieces of my interpreting work from my job that I'm at now. So it actually has me working in classrooms because I'm in secondary education, and mostly pretty much all in classrooms, and then maybe a few other things. And that I do not have the permission of the people involved to have that put out onto the internet. So if you ever do any sort of video of your work and it's in an area that obviously involves any people that is not public domain, such as like YouTube, then you want to make sure either you protect it like this with a password, or you get permission from those people specifically that they will allow you to show it on public domain, such as, you know, the internet. Otherwise, do not show it because that's a breach of confidentiality, and that doesn't look good for you. So let's get out of this. So let's go to my samples of work. Now, for right now, I just have 2 samples of work. I haven't done quite as much as I'd like to, but I have one English to ASL, so showing my signing skills, and one ASL to English, showing my ASL to English or voicing skills. Now, like I said, both of these are YouTube videos. So as you can see here, I just have a YouTube video that I just downloaded from online. It's a public TED Talk, and then I film myself in front of a green screen, which again, if you want to see a video on how I do that and how I edit it, I can do that for you guys. And that just, again, shows, so I have it linked to my YouTube as unlisted, and I also have captions on here. I don't have the sound on, but you can just see he's talking, and then I'm just showing my interpreting work. Same thing for this. All it is just a screen recorded video of the YouTube video, which again is a TED Talk, which is public property. And then I have the captions, and then if you were listening, which I don't again have the sound on, it just has my voice voicing this video. So these are 2 public videos, let me stop these, that anyone can see if they want to see my work. This one is just for current work, and the main reason I have this one on here is because it's for promotion reasons. If later I want to go up for promotion at my job, my boss or anybody else can see my plan of work, different appraisals, and my samples there to potentially put me up for promotion. Next, I just have an About section, and this is just a little bit more of an expanded version of my introduction that I had on the home page. Where I got my bachelor's, how long I've been interpreting, what I did, what I'm doing, my national certification, and where I'm currently working. And then last, I have a way for people to contact me. If you guys want to, you can take your domain name, put it onto your business card, and then that way people will have your personal contact information along with this. But if anybody just happened to find me, like say through YouTube or something like that, and they wanted to see my work, or if I didn't have a business card, I could just really quickly write down this website for them. And then again, if they wanted to contact me, they can get to me through that. So that is my e-portfolio. Like I said, it's really not that hard to do. Just pick, you can pick Wix, you can pick Squaresoft. There's a lot of different websites that can help make a website for you like this. And then it's really not that hard. You just kind of have to look at tutorials and figure out along the way. And yeah, it's definitely worth it. I know a few interpreters who have gotten hired specifically because the employer said they were able to see their e-portfolio and see more samples of work. And that can be a really big thing for potential employers, to see more of your samples of work and just kind of an expanded version of who you are and put a name and a face, because a lot of times you just send in a resume and a cover letter and it doesn't really do much for them. So I would definitely put this in your e-portfolio, on either your cover letter or within your resume so that potential employers can see it, because this will be a big boost for you. So that's about it. Do you guys have an e-portfolio? Definitely let me know down below. I'd love to kind of just see some of them and see other formats that people have. Because like I said, this isn't the only way that you can do it. definitely style yours however you want to and include whatever information you want to on yours. And yeah, let me know about that. So if you like this video, please click like and remember to subscribe. And also if you want to lend some support to our channel, you can do so through our Patreon through monthly donations, which have cool perks to it, or you can do a one-time donation through Ko-fi at any amount that you want. We really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!